Hello, I'm Nathan and welcome to my video where I'm going to be analysing Man City's defensive options for the 2020 and 2021 season. More specifically, I'm going to be looking at the second centre-back position next to Aymeric Laporte. The two players I'm going to be looking at mostly are going to be John Stones and Nathan Ake. I will not be covering Nicolas Otamendi or Eric Garcia. This is because Nicolas Otamendi has seemed to have fallen out of favour with Pep Guardiola, whereas Eric Garcia and John Stones have both been playing, even Fernandinho out of position at centre back have been playing over the 32-year-old Argentine. So I think it's unfair to add him into the conversation because he seems to have fallen out of favour already. And I will not be covering Garcia because he's too young. He hasn't played enough for Man City, so he doesn't really have the stats that would compete with Ake or Stones, who have played in the Premier League for 5 years plus. So first of all, jumping into the comparison between Stones and Ake, we'll be looking at the 1920 season. The season has just passed, which saw Man City finish second behind Liverpool and Bournemouth unfortunately be relegated along with Watford and Norwich. So getting into their numbers, in last season John Stones played 16 times for the Premier League's runners-up, registering out 1,118 minutes, which is the least amount of minutes he has played in his whole Premier League career over the seasons that he's played for Everton and Man City. This is compared to Nathan Ake's 29 games for relegated Bournemouth, where he registered 2,505 minutes, which is the third highest tally he has reached in his 5 seasons of playing in the Premier League. What these numbers tell us is that Stones fell out of favour in a very lacklustre Man City defence, which had no company left in the summer and missed out on Laporte for a good chunk of the season. This shows that Stones struggled to step up and be Man City's main man with the lack of Laporte and company, meaning even being benched for Fernandinho, the 34-year-old Fernandinho, who was a centre defensive midfielder who'd been moved into centre back and be more trusted in centre back than John Stones, who has played his whole career in that position. Whereas Ake stepped up to be Bournemouth's main man at the back. With this being said, Ake also didn't have the best season. His side had been relegated to the Championship. He also registered less wins than Stones, 7, compared to Stones' 11, in more games played than Stones. The same amount of games Stones played, the whole season, which is 16, is the same amount of games as Ake lost. These numbers would have you believe that Stones is obviously the better player, but that may not be the case because obviously Stones is playing in a team that was competing for the Premier League, whereas Bournemouth were relegated and were in a relegation battle. So you might need to we're going to look into the stats of the defenders around them, whereas comparing Bournemouth's back four to Man City's back four, so you have a better understanding of the players they were playing around and how important they are to the defence. Moving on to the back four comparison, we'll start with Bournemouth. Bournemouth played with a back four of Diego Rico, Nathan Ake, Stephen Cook and Adam Smith. And as I mentioned earlier, many people seem to think Nathan Ake was the main man for the Cherries at the back, but do the stats actually back that up, or do people just think he was the main man because he's the most high profile player in their back line and he's the most known, meaning that he is somehow the best? Well, after comparing the stats of all four defenders, Ake is statistically the third best. You might think, third best in a relegated side, that's not very good. But both the fullbacks put up better numbers than him, probably because they were more prone to being attacked down the wing, meaning they had to put in more work. But he is also the best central defender. He did not position less